we're working with another organization
Oh, thank you, Michelle.
where without saying too much, there's a big gap between how the values are expressed externally versus internally. So one of the values, I'll just say it to be a little bit vague, is compassion. And some of the leadership staff said to us in one of our retreats, compassion is absolutely manifested to our constituents and our donors. However, we don't ever show it to each other. So there's a different kind of broken trust, right? There's a different recalibration needed. They're growing externally, they're growing in funding, but they have huge turnover problems, they have huge morale problems, because these things that they really believe when they talk to the outside audience, they don't show or manifest at all internally. So, those gaps, just like a little crack in a foundation of a house, over time, the second floor will fall off. Same thing happens in an organization. These places where reality isn't matching with what is said, what's being done doesn't match with what we proclaim, they end up really taking their toll on the organization.
This gap that Jeff was talking about, we call that the congruency gap. What we say and what we do needs to be closer and congruent than ever before. Our constituents, our communities, our friends and family can sniff out the BS immediately. We've gotten really good at identifying the incongruency gaps. We don't trust those people or leaders. So when we talk about the necessity of being authentic, it means literally stepping into that place of we are being what we say, and we're saying what we're being. And I think that's what we see as a really important imperative of this time in the social cause sector for organizations to close that congruency gap, to create trust amongst their own team members and then the constituents that they're serving.